Good morning, folks. Bradley Cross here, BJ's Outdoors. Hey, down here on Tennessee River this morning on Pickwick Lake today. Gonna do a little suspend fishing. I'll probably throw out a couple out the back once this bass tournament gets through. That's one reason I don't fish on the weekends, because all the tournaments going on, and then you got the pleasure boaters out here. You can't sit still. But I'm gonna drop these two down suspend until all these guys get through, and then I may throw out a couple on the back once everything settles back down. Using skipjack heads on my suspending rods. Got a 3-ounce egg sinker with a heavy duty swivel. Got a little rattle on there from my live bait, you know, when I do use live bait, but today we're using dead bait. I'm gonna put heads on these, and I'll probably put body chunks on the other two. We're not gonna stay out here very long. We're gonna just stay out here long as we have to, and then we're gonna get out of here. It's gonna be hard to put up with this all day, but hey, maybe to make the fish bite, keep them moving. All right, folks, we set up. Oh, look at that already. That's a big fish right there. Man. I was just fixing to tell y'all we were set up. I throw two out the back. Them bass boats finally quit coming through. It's hard to tell. You never know down here what you're gonna get into. Maybe a big old flathead, maybe a catfish, blue cat. You just don't know. That's a blue cat right there. Good one to start with too. One of them old post spawners, man. So tired he can't even fight hardly. Oh, mate. All right. Come on now. You gotta be all mean about it. Alright, folks. That rascal right there is mad. He wanted to start fighting when I tried to pick him up. Hey, quit. Nice blue cat to start with, though. Old post spawner, man. They ain't got a lot of energy, but they still got enough to break some stuff. So, well, let me get him back. See if we can get us another one, man. I didn't even get to sit down. We've been here maybe 5 minutes before I got everything out. I need to clean my boat out again. I still got a bunch of slime in here from the other trips, and it's still slick when it gets wet. Oh me. I love it. Come to a lake you ain't been to in several months, man. Pick up one first thing, you can't beat that. Where we're starting out today, folks, right on the ledge. It's got a turn that comes out, kind of a little point drops off, and it's a flat right on top of it. We're set up on the upper side of that, and I got these two suspended right off the drop on the upper current side, and I got these other two thrown out on the flat. So I enjoy going to different lakes, man. It's just a different scenery, different feel. You know, everything's different. Especially when you go from one lake to a completely different setup on another lake. You know, like I said, this lake here's more river fishing. You know, it's probably right here in this area. It's probably, I'm gonna say, maybe 400 or 500 yards wide. It's not wide at all, but it changes you up, kind of keeps you humble. You know, like down here, you know, every lake's different with a spawn. You know, Wheeler Lake, them fish are 3 weeks past post spawns. You know, they're out on the ledges, and you know, they're summer places. Well, just catching that one fish right there showed me that these fish are still closer to post spawn. You can tell by the way they fight. You know, they just give up, man. They'll hit hard, and then they just give up. They just don't have no strength to fight. You know, now pre-spawners, they're mean, man. They're full of energy. They come off their winter spots, and they're hungry, and they're, you know, ready to spawn. But the post spawn, you can tell, you know, by the markings on them, they're cut up. Which I didn't see a lot of markings on that fish, but a lot of them don't. You know, it just depends on where they're at in the rocks and shells and stuff that they're spawning around. But You know, you can tell by the behavior of the fish, a lot of times, how far along they are from the, the post spawn. That dude there, he was wore out. He had a little fire in him right there before I released him, but he just gave up once I hooked him. Yeah, there we go. Oh. That was a good fish. I believe it's gonna be a blue because the way he's rolling down there. Yeah, I don't think he's as big as that other one. Nah, he ain't. He's a good fish though. Now that one's cut up. He's definitely post spawn. I can't tell how I got him hooked either. This water down here, folks, nasty, man. It always is. Every time I come down here, I'm fighting grass and nasty smuck, whatever it is in the water. I don't know where it comes from, but come on in here, boy. Give me a minute, son. I'll get you back. These fish down here don't know me like them Wheeler Lake fish do. They know up there ain't gonna hurt them. That is a post spawn for sure right there, folks. You can tell. He got blood all over him, tails and fins, bleeding all over his face. Got a big old hole in the sore on the side of his head. Skinny. He's got a head of a 15, 18 pounder and a body of a 8 pounder. All right, buddy. Go tell your mama to come see me. I usually on these spots, folks, I'll give it about 15 minutes. If I ain't getting no bites, I'll roll them up and move. We're not moving far from here. Everything we're gonna fish this morning is in sight distance of where I'm at right now. Yeah, I was talking about this dirty water. You know, the dirty water don't bother me. It's just the trash that's in it. This lake's always got grass floating in it. And it makes it hard to suspend. That's part of the reason I don't drag down here with planer boards, because of the trash in the water. And another thing, it's a lot of rocks. You get hung up a lot down here. But there's places on down the lake that I'll, toward the lower end, that I'll, if I'm gonna do any dragging, that's where I'll go. But we're kind of after flathead and blue, so that's what I'm trying to set up, is in the area where hopefully get both. But I don't know what stage they're in. You know, if these fish are still in post spawn, the blue, the flathead may still be up, spawning. So we'll just have to see. That was a good fish right there, folks. Of course, it was a head bait. Come off. Oh, crap. Oh, mate. That's a good one right there, I believe. Yep. Yeah, that's a good fish right there. All right, folks. I took a big risk on this fish. As soon as I hooked up with him, I don't know if y'all seen that or not, my battery died, man. I fought him as long as I could, and I got thinking, I said, well, it ain't gonna do no good for me to catch him if y'all don't get to see him. So, so I took a chance on of just hanging my rod back up and getting the battery back in the camera. And so y'all get to see this part anyway. My goodness, that's a good fish. Oh mate. That's a good one, folks. Looks like an old post spawn male. Big-headed rascal. Have to get him out of this net, man. I can't take no chances this time of year. I'm still green at this stuff, folks. A lot of times I forget, man. You know, can't remember everything. But I'd fished yesterday, and the wind blew me off the river. Anyway, I got home and I forgot to put my batteries on charge. So when I did remember to put them on charge later last night, I almost waited too late. So a couple of my batteries didn't get charged. Alright, folks. Let's try and get me a picture of this fish. Man, it just throwed up all in the boat. I don't know what it is. I sure didn't want it all over my jacket that I keep in the truck. That's a good fish right there, man. Post-spawn male. Beat up, man. He's hungry though. Well, alright. Let's get him back and see if we can get us another. And I told my wife I'm finna start releasing these bigger fish the Catfish Dave way. So let's see if we can do it like he does. Oh yeah, man. Hey, that's the ticket right there. He's got this figured out. That's a whole lot better on my back than trying to ease them things down in the water. I always wondered why he did that. That may not be why he does it, but it's definitely gonna be why I do it. Went from bug crap all in the boat, rotten bugs under my floor, and now I got about 5 gallons of catfish throw up in the bottom. So I'm gonna try to get some of this mess out where I don't have to walk around in it. I'm gonna get these back down. We'll see what we can do. I'm having to roll them up every 5 or 10 minutes and check, make sure they ain't covered up in grass. And catfish will not eat salad. Had one hit this right here. He's hit like kind of like a flathead. Maybe he'll come back to it. Man, that fish just throwed up. I bet it was 5 gallons come out of that fish's mouth. Ain't much I can do about it. It's all in the boat. Got it all over my tennis shoes, man. I had to break that one off right there, man. I tell you what, folks wanna buy that high dollar line. I got these suspended rods spooled up with 50-pound Berkeley big game. Same thing I use for leaders on all my line, all my rods. And I tell you what, if you think it ain't stout enough for what you do, you got another thing coming. Wait till you get it hung and try to break it. Now if I'm hung up out there dragging or something, you know, I can break it pretty easy. But you start trying to break it straight up and down, and that stuff is almost unbreakable. You ain't gonna have no fish to break it. We'll try to move us over just a little bit. We'll try to get out of this trash. I done had to roll these things up 4 or 5 times getting the trash off of them, and I know it's costing me some bites because, you know, when they're not in the water, you're not gonna catch nothing. And this grass is just terrible, man. Water temp's already 80 degrees or 79.6. So it warmed up fast, man. Here it is. Let's see, 8 o'clock. And it's warmed up that much. It's definitely an early morning bite, man. Them fish was hitting fast there, you know, all of a sudden. And then they just shut down. All right, folks, I got one more spot I'm gonna check right across the way right here. Got a bass boat on it right now. As soon as he leaves, I'm gonna pull over there. This little point that comes out, kind of like same thing we got right here. I'm gonna give it a shot before we get out of here. He's over there looking at that live scope. I ought to go over and ask him, is he seeing any catfish? Mine only shows the ones that won't bite, the dead scope. But he's got that new kind that shows him the live ones that will bite. Boy, I sure wish it was cloudy like this first thing this morning. We'd still be catching fish. That bass boat finally moved. He stayed over here a long time. You definitely can't save the best for last. This time of the year you'll end up going home with your tail tucked between your legs because you didn't catch anything. You better hit that best spot first because it ain't gonna last long no matter where you're at. Alright folks, we got pleasure boaters starting to come out. I done had 2 pontoons come through, knocked me around, spun me around, and so what I'm gonna do, I got a spot right up the river here, just a little piece. It's kind of out of the play zone, what I call it. We're gonna run down there and try it. And before we go, it's kind of on the way to the truck anyway. Right there is what I'm talking about, folks. It gets all over the line, man. It ain't nowhere to get away from it. Big old ski boat just come through here. Gonna knock me off my anchor. All right, folks, we're finna get ready to get out of here. Pleasure boaters done come out. The yachts are out. It's starting to get rough, man. They've washed me off anchor, pushing me around, everything. But anyway, my goodness, I almost take one over the back with that one. Oh, look here, got a fish on. A yacht bite, man. A yacht bite. I always wondered about them yacht bites. People talk about a barge bite. Them yachts make a bigger wake down here than the barges do. Ain't that something? Took a long time to catch this one though, man, since that one we got early this morning. It's been a long time between bites. He don't feel like a bad fish. He ain't that big, but hey, we'll take him, man. That's just another one to add to the list. Come on in here, big boy. He may be a little big to be picking up like that. I done rolled the other ones up. Kind of done got tired of being bounced around like that. Come on in here now. There we go. Hey. All right, man. That's a little bonus fish right there. We was fixing to head on out of here. I done dumped all my bait out now, so even if it is a yacht bite, it still ain't gonna do me no good. Well, I guess that's the one we're gonna end on right there, folks. Begin on one, end on one. Can't beat that. Well, all right. Well, I'm gonna get this one back and get all this stuff ready to head out and get home, get cooled off, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'll see you then. God bless you.